will be J2 Esports Betrayal versus Pacific Esports.
Yes, and here it is, the champs and band picks.
Yep. So here we go. They are quite quick with their bans, and with their bans. Zed and Yasuo, all mid laners.
Alright, so they're really respecting, I believe, Zone out here. So I really haven't seen Zone too much in action just because I believe only J2 Betrayal has only played one game, and that was 2 games, and that was against Naga Esports.
Yep. So far we are going to see him in action. Also a Riven ban. I believe we've seen a Riven mid yesterday.
Yesterday, yes, that was game against Mineski versus
Imperium Pro Team.
Yes.
Yep. So I guess a Riven ban. Most of the time we do see Riven at the top lane though.
Yes.
But mid, really strong against those squishy mages.
Alright, you can see right now for J2 Betrayal, they bland out the Jarvan IV, Shogath, and Sejuani. Alright, so Jarvan IV and Sejuani, of course, 2 of very aggressive type of junglers.
Yes.
So
indeed.
most likely this will be pointed out to B2. They don't want that aggressive jungling coming in from these 2 champions, like we've said before. Flag and drag combo from Jarvan, and then the for Sejuani, her slow kit. It was really a very effective, let's say, early game pressure.
Yes, early game pressure, especially with that scary ultimate from that Sejuani. Recently, no, diba, usong-uso ngayon yung Sejuani jungle.
Yeah.
We have seen them recently. I think, nakita muna natin siya in IEM Cologne, was it?
I think the first time I saw it was with Diamond Prox.
Diamond, yes.
Yeah.
Gambit, Team Gambit.
Yes.
So now
very aggressive.
Yeah, super, and really effective during those team fights and those ganks. And now the first pick for Pacific Esports here, we see a Wukong. Would it be a top lane or a jungle?
I think it would be a jungle Wukong because, like I said before, we've only seen in the meta right now a jungle Wukong just because when he hits at level 6, fast Cyclone.
Yeah, the Cyclone.
Spin to win.
The Beyblade, as Shinbu said last night.
Yes. Also, before anything else, we would like to say that there were some temporary banned champions just because of the, like before you guys saw that we were having very large amounts of lag.
Yes, they were sliding across the map. They were stopping in between during clashes rather. So what are the temporary bans that we have?
Right. So the banned champions right now is Jace, Xerath, Syndra, Lissandra, and of course Rek'Sai, just because he's a new champion and we still need like 3 weeks before he is able to be put into the competitive scene.
Yes, Kalista is open though. What do we see here? An
Aatrox. Yeah, we see an Aatrox
last time at the top lane.
Yes, last time top lane. So this would possibly be an Aatrox in the top lane. Jungle Wukong support. Ooh, actually, wow. A starter will get a support Taric.
Gem.
So I think his ADR would most likely be a Graves if J2 Betrayal doesn't get that.
Yes.
Yeah, the armor shard coming in from Taric's, I believe W. Yung nagana siya. Yeah, his sound effects na lang tayo.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's armor penetration, and then of course yung immediate 80 damage coming in from Graves. Tapos pag combination with the brutalizer, lots of armor penetration early on, so they could be really aggressive with that team composition. As for J2 Betrayal, they're going for the Peel Queen Janna, the Hyper Carry ADR Tristana in the late
usual.
game.
It's really a common combination. We have seen it work countless of times during sieging and also during team fights as well.
Right. Also, we can see right now that Ruin will get an Aurelia top lane and
against that Aatrox.
Yes, against an Aatrox. So I think last time na nakita natin that Aatrox and Aurelia were going head-to-head in the top lane. Aatrox is actually winning for quite some time.
He has that blood well.
Yeah. So parang ano na siya even though if Aurelia does have that huge amount of burst, parang sabihin natin na-activate yung Hidden Style and then Hidden Style goes on to cooldown, and then he still activates himself from out of the blood well. Yun na yun Wala na
he has a second
then.
life, so dun siya lugi. Pero siguro once he doesn't have that passive, it'll be a little shaky kung sino ang mananalo between them. And
look at that.
Just as you guessed a while ago, it is a Graves hover.
Yeah.
We will see if malalak nga siya doon sa Graves pick as you have predicted earlier.
Yeah, you can see right now that okay,
I changed my mind.
And it will be a Caitlyn. So yes, Caitlyn will be is also a strong ADR, but in my opinion kasi she's not as strong as she was before, because there's a lot of ADRs that are showing better right now into the competitive scene. Kasi nga, diba, we saw that Graves before, di siya ganun ka-popular, and then he came back with Pinoy, and then
the Gambit gaming.
Aggressive gamings, also aggressive plays coming out of him, and also yung kit din ni Graves, the smoke screen, the buckshot, the collateral damage to the yung third skill dash, and
yes,
of
for
course,
the attack speed.
of course, yung passive skill niya din, True Grit, which gives him a little bit more tankiness.
Yes,
so if you
armor.
want to be able to survive a little bit more without the sustainability of your support or lifesteal items, you could go in for that passive of his. Rely on it.
But you know, Caitlyn, since she has that really long range, at least mafa-follow up agad when the stun comes in from Taric.
Very true, very true.
So I guess it will be somewhat of a stun, harass here and there, stun, harass here and there for the bot lane. And as for, of course, for the purple side, we have a lock-in, a settle onto that Orianna.
And it will be. So, the ball delivery system coming in by J2E Sports Betrayal. So they could use in that Blade Surge from the Irelia, go in there, and then I believe use that ball to catch someone out.
Yes.
So that's very nice combo from them. As for Pacific Esports, it's more of the I knock you up combo with the Aatrox, with the Wukong, and then the backline we have Oni with his LeBlanc, and
Yes.
then Luxuria for that Caitlyn in the backline, just doing tons of damage.
Yes, true. So now we will have the recap of the lineup.
Ooh.
What happened?
Ruin is going in for a Smite and Ignite. So, I believe this might not be a. I believe he's going to still be in the top lane, but then, like ito kasi before, that before nung hindi pa na nerf si Warwick, that you go in for the top lane with the Smite, get those early Krogs, get that level 2 early,
Yes.
and then skirmishes Saber, and then Relentless Infinite Duress. Sorry.
Yes, Infinite Duress.
But as for this, I believe parang siguro mag-buddy system sila, or never mind. No,
It was just a tease.
Na-tease lang ako. Okay.
Na-excite tayo masyado.
Na-excite ako masyado.
Double smite.
It's strategic diversity kasi, so parang na-excite na talaga ako.
Parang something different.
Something different.
Okay,
And,
then never mind.
but actually, pang nangyari ngayon na he went for that Smite and Ignite combo, it's a very aggressive counter to Aatrox. Kasi Aatrox, of course, like you said before, has the Bloodwell. So if he's able to parang proc the Bloodwell, he might save up his Ignite for the extra damage on it, or use it immediately para hindi mo mag-heal siya from that Bloodwell.
Yes, true. As I was about to say earlier as well, we have to do this recap of the Pacific Esports and J2E Betrayal lineup. For Pacific Esports, at the top lane, we have Aatrox at the top, Wukong at the jungle, used by Batoon, LeBlanc mid, used by Oni, and that Caitlyn and Taric at the bottom lane.
Yes, as for J2 Esports Betrayal, we have Ruin in the top lane Irelia. We have Link for the jungle, I believe, Lee Sin. We have Zone for the mid lane Orianna, Sync for that ADR Tristana, and Hack for the Peel Queen Janna.
Yeah, so as we go and load into the Rift and wait for the delay of our spectate mode, we would like to invite you to the PGS Talk room for discussions with our fellow shoutcasters,
and
with
also some pro players.
Some pro players, tumatambay din po sila doon, and of course your fellow summoners if you want some custom games or discuss with them the game. Aside from, from the chat, yung sa Twitch chat, a Zubu chat, or YouTube chat, we also have the Talk room. The Talk room ID is 171-888-11.
Again, to order, that's 171-888-11. Parang siyang
parang pizza delivery number.
It's pizza delivery. It's the Pro Gaming Series pizza delivery hotline.
Yes, the Pro Gaming Series also has a Twitter and Instagram account. We would like to invite you to follow them for some backstage passes. No, wait.
Backstage information.
Yeah, backstage information. Some sneak peeks.
Sneak peeks, yun. Sneak peeks. There you go.
Mga teases. That is at PGS LOL. You can follow them. That's both Instagram and Twitter.
Also, we would like to invite you to like our Pro Gaming Series Facebook page. Again, that's www.facebook.com/Pro Gaming Series. And also, we would like to invite you again to join the PGS Rift official group. That's of course the official group of the Pro Gaming Series, the PGS Rift, yung Gtalk ID natin. Of course, pag may Gtalk room, meron din dapat group sa Facebook.
Yes, dapat meron.
Alright, so just search it out, the PGS Rift, tapos maglalabas na lang yan biglaan. And then, you could ask to join, and then, yung mga admins will immediately accept you.
Yes, so if you can't find it, you can also like our Facebook pages. Nandun po rin yun yung official Facebook page. Our official Facebook page is, mine is facebook.com/GSRiku.
As for mine, it is www.facebook.com/GSAsarai.
There you go.
With an I.
With an I. I don't have a catchphrase.
You should make a catchphrase.
Kasi
nagkaroon na tayo ng madaming catchphrases.
Oo nga, si Cairo nga. Ano nga yung kay Cairo?
Ano yan? I'm just Kairu, and I don't have a catchphrase.
Oh, ang cute ko yung kahapon. And si
Kulit nun.
Shinbu yung, ano yun?
Shinbu with a one. Mhm.
For an eye.
For an eye.
Can you guys help me or something? You
Yes.
guys, if you have any ideas, you can post it on Twitter or on my Facebook page or on the official Facebook page.
Yeah.
Anywhere you can reach
Help
me.
Riku.
Yes, help me. What is my catchphrase? Anyway, we are heading out onto the rift. Yes, there we go. So,
Alright. So, also, bago siguro magsimula yung game, so sabihin natin, pag sino man yung makabigay sa'yo ng catchphrase that you'll use, you'll, parang sabihin natin, shout out to them. Next time na mag-shout out.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I find your shout out, I like it, then I'm gonna shout out to you and thank you properly.
Yes. Alright, so now we are into game 1 of a best of 2 series. Pacific Esports versus J2 Esports Betrayal.
Yes, once again, this is Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season, Week 5.
Week 5.
Week 5. Okay.
Alright, again, to recap, like you said before, we do have the Aatrox top, the jungle Wukong, the mid lane LeBlanc, the ADR Caitlyn, the support Tarek. As for J2 Esports Betrayal, we have the Irelia top lane, the Lee Sin jungle, mid lane Oriana, ADR Tristana, and the Peel Queen Janna.
Also, I would like to bring out, ito nga pala, may nabasa ako, they are trying to rework Tarek and adding the charm debuff. Imbis na, di ba yung dazzle, that's a stun?
Yeah.
So, they're trying to integrate the charm. I mean, it's Tarek. Di ba bagay sa kanya? Hindi ba bagay?
Oh,
truly.
Amazing.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say outrageous. So.
Outrageous pala.
Okay.
Outrageous pala, sorry.
Okay,
you
amazing.
go ahead.
Okay, that's okay.
Amazing.
Amazing. Okay. Anyway, though, I think Riot is, pero medyo nag-aalangan sila tungkol dun sa charm effect because it will really change how Tarek works. I mean, stun is different from charm. It moves towards the target, yung charm. So, I'm not really sure, although bagay. And it's in character. Ang gwapo ko, di ba?
Yeah, okay, gwapo ko.
So, ayun, just a heads up that Riot is trying their best to try and integrate it into
I
Tarek.
see. That's very, very intuitive. Also,
are
the new upcoming skins.
Yes.
Is it Dauntless Ari or Challenger Ari? Kasi ano
It's Challenger Ari. They
okay,
changed
Challenger
it.
Ari.
And El Tigre Brom.
El Tigre Brom.
Yes. And also, there is a Alistar rework, or was it just an icon change?
I think, sabihin natin parang ano siya, you remember before, diba, may mga visual parang updates lang.
Yes.
Just because of, diba, nagbago na kay Summoner's Rift.
Yes.
Ano lang siya, he's one of the next ones to get that visual update for himself na rin.
So parang ibabagay na siya sa Summoner's Rift. Also,
Yeah.
do not forget later, after Game 2, we have the Watch and Win promo where you can win 500 RP just
Yes.
by watching
And
then.
watch to win.
Yes, watch to win, guys. Watch to win.
Yeah. First 5 commentators will, first 5 correct commentators
Yes, correct.
will get that 500 RP directly inputted into your account.
Yes. So, super easy lang, manonood lang kayo, and then, abangan nyo lang yung question na lalabas, i-announce namin din lalabas sa Facebook page ng Pro Gaming Series, and that's it. If you're fast enough and you're correct, and your answer is correct, you win 500 RP. And also, sakto yung timing, Blood Moon skins are coming to town.
Yes. Brace yourselves.
Yes, Blood Moon Thresh and Blood Moon Elise. Once again, this is the Pro Gaming Series 2015 Spring Season, and we have the first match, which is Pacific Esports versus J2 Esports Betrayal.
Right, because here right now that Wukong, B2 will start most likely onto the Krogs, and Link will actually go in. 4 members of J2 Esports Betrayal will try to go in with an aggressive late invade. I believe a late invade, most likely.
But they are there though. The 3 members here.
Ooh,
A
here.
dangerous face check here. A dazzle will connect, but the rocket jump is the first skill and safely gets away. No summoner spells were blown out of there.
Alright, so they just put in that trinket board into the Tri-Brush, and he got a little bit of a love tap from 3 members of Pacific Esports, but still, he just used that rocket jump to rocket jump away.
Yep. This safe at least though. Alam mo yung technique na hindi muna sila mag-i-input ng first skill nila kasi tatansyahin pa rin
they
nila.
have to save it na lang,
Yeah,
diba?
save it din. And also that technique also when during the laning phase, not leveling up a skill kasi hindi mo naman kailangan magastos pa sa mana. So
yeah, also I'm curious what Sync will do here kasi ano nga, diba? Like we said before, a Caitlyn and Taric is a very aggressive lane, and Caitlyn early on outranges the Tristana. So if I believe Sync gets his E ability, yung burn and then you that last hit explosion onto the other minions.
Yes.
Fast fast push
clearing.
type, fast clearing. And if he tries to do that, para maka-counteract yung aggression ng hindi siguro maka-counter, parang mapaput in sila sa aggressive
parang maka-counter pressure na rin.
Hindi naman siguro counter pressure, sila, papasok sa aggressive radar ng Pacific, and ma-push kasi out of the lane parang ma-pressure sila, and then they're going to put the pressure back, malulugi lang sila sa lane doon. So makita natin ngayon, if he goes in and gets that E ability, hirap sabihin. I'll just do it, I'll say it later pag na-compel ka na into my mind.
You can do it as well.
Right.
Anywho, ang napapansin natin though, they didn't offer this lane swap. They really want this
Tristana versus
Tristana versus Caitlyn. But as you can see right there, Caitlyn is alone without the support.
The buddy system.
Yes, the buddy system. The roams from the Gem Lord right there.
Gem Lord. Alright,
okay.
Here comes the gang.
Here comes a Flash Dazzle. A flash in return. It's a flash for flash. Nothing much will happen there.
Alright, so natanda ko na yung sabihin ko yan. Right now, diba, kasi you have the Caitlyn and then the Taric. So, a very aggressive bot lane composition for Pacific Esports. And then, we have a little bit of a counter-engage composition coming in from J2 Betrayal. They don't have too much damage. So, parang pag nagamit nila yung E-ability ni Tristana to counter-push, mahanap sila doon sa aggressive, yung parang area na yun, na pwedeng pasukan sila ng Caitlyn.
Yes.
And so, kung mangyari yan, and they got it, magka-fast push sila in the lane.
You're true, pero ito na nga yung dangerous part. They have that stun. They have that. Their Howling Gale connects towards Luxuria, getting a lot of free hits. Oh, almost 1/4 of his life left.
Yeah, but just heal up.
Yeah, there's a sustain there. So
yeah, it's outrageous.
Yep, outrageous. Truly outrageous. So
right.
What is Lee Sin planning here?
I believe he's just going in for the
Link.
Taunty.
For the Taunty. Just for more vision and map control.
Also, HP regen. Kasi sometimes some junglers, based on experience ito sa akin, when I play jungle, sometimes kasi nakukulangan ka sa HP, and then getting that scuttler gives you a little bit of HP, and of course yung yung gold, and then yung mobility, and then also the vision on that area of the river. Yes.
This is a really somewhat safe for the bottom lane, because the jungler here that we have for Pacific Esports is that Wukong. They have a lot of locks and engages though coming from J2E, and the close gappers as well with that Sync and that Link. Yeah.
Also, while we were talking about that, Link was able to force out the flash from Oni. So both mid laners don't have their flashes, but we see that Oni also is using that LeBlanc, so he could distortion out of the ganks, while Zone, I believe if he gets a little bit overextended, you can see right now that Bitum is hovering a little bit over in that mid lane, so he really wants to capitalize on Zone being without that flash.
Yes, which is a really great play. And now here at the bottom lane, they're just exchanging a bit of damage towards each other. Nothing happening much though.
Yeah, it's the basic farming phase that we've always been seeing. It's the 1-1-2 lanes.
Yes, they don't want to try anything funny, being too over aggressive, especially if they have that stun. It really is hard to catch that Tristana with that rocket jump, and with that Janna just behind her all the time. So I guess we will see just a passive lane here until someone ganks the lane.
Yeah. Also, this is, I believe, this, of course, the second set for J2 Esports Betrayal in the PGS. So, hindi pa natin malalaman kung ano yung parang strong points nila.
Yes.
And we will see them in this game because, yeah, this is the second game, the second set for them.
As Link though doing a rush gank here, right here. They are focusing here on Astarte. Luxuria taking free hits onto Link. Now 3 of Betrayal is running for it, and they decide not to continue what they have planned from the start.
Wow, I would say very good timing coming in from both junglers.
Yes. They had that parang intuition. They had that
the spider sense.
Ding, 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 ding. Yes.
Yeah, as for them, they both got that Stalker's Blade, boots, and second sabi na nagbago na sila with the ward and the potions.
Yes.
But still, aggressive, like I've said, aggressive jungling coming in from both teams.
Yes, they're concentrating on this bottom lane and that mid lane, and hinahayaan lang muna nila yung top lane to get their free space.
Yeah.
Kasi, di ba meron mga times na parang yung mga top laners nagsasabi, huwag mo muna akong dadalawin. Kasi paminsan, di ba, nagkakaroon ng mistake. They force it too much. So, they're just allowing them that breathing space to farm peacefully and creating these opportunities and pressure towards that bottom lane and that mid lane.
Very true. Kasi nga, that's why you call it the solo top, because sometimes the top is the island that where these solo top laners can just farm up and duel a 1v1 game na lang talaga.
Yes, as we can see here, Bloodwell is activated. So I guess this is a good play from Ruin. Talagang ina-activate niya lang, pinaproc niya lang itong Bloodwell niya para in case this Lee Sin does a gank or they do a duel once again, wala nang Bloodwell.
Also, Nids doesn't have any, let's say, tanking stats right now.
Yes.
This is early on into the game pa, and then Aatrox isn't innately tanky. He can use his W for that.
And there
sustain,
we go.
And Irelia counters out that sustain because she has a stun and then that immediate gap closer.
Yes,
with
immediate
the
gap closer.
Blade Surge.
So ayun na nga yung plano ni Irelia. Gumana nga yung si Ruin. Really played that well and very vulnerable without that Bloodwell and early game. With Irelia, they both have sustain.
Yeah, also the timing from the, let's say, recall of Ruin is really good. He went back to the base and got that early sheen for himself, and then that just gave him a lot of burst damage against Nid, who only has that Boots, Longsword, and Doran's Blade.
Oh yes, even though they were somewhat near CS, that was like the perfect timing for Irelia. Manages to create that lead for her, getting that first blood as well.
You can see right now that Astarte is leaving once again Luxuria to fend himself alone in the bot lane. So okay lang naman to against, kasi they're against the Janna and the Tristana in the bot lane.
Yes.
So early on, Tristana and Janna doesn't have too much killing potential against Caitlyn, who could use that 90 caliber net and then traps to try and save herself. And also she has the flash to get away if ever naman na overextend siya.
Yes, long range naman din siya and clear. And uso naman din ngayon yung support, sinasamahan yung top laner if ever there is someone a lane swap. Medyo common na itong pangyayaring ito and they are clearly adapting it here. But Taric is back though.
Taric is back.
Yes, Taric is back. The Gem Lord.
Yeah, it's really outrageous. He's using that pink skin. The pink Taric.
The fabulous Taric.
The fabulous. So fab. Alright, so while that is happening, the Vision Ward of J2 Betrayal is slowly spilling over to the jungle area of Pacific, while Pacific only has a little bit of those defensive wardings in their own jungle.
Yes, also protecting, they have more protection towards that dragon compared to the to Pacific Esports. I mean the warding wise.
Yes, you can see right now that zone will be given that blue buff by Link, and it will be the dragon already.
Yes, the dragon called Irelia is even there as well. They have no vision, as I've said earlier, onto that dragon. They have no idea. And there we go. And the teleport, very well used. Sneaky dragon. Very well played by J2 Esports Betrayal.
Very poor warding coming out of Pacific right now. I believe. There we go.
There we go, the Dazzle. And the Howling Gale. But the net is actually placing Caitlyn really far away. Exhaust will drop a Buster Shot. Will save Astarte's life. And now Luxuria is alone because Astarte is just too low and they decide to disengage from all that.
Astarte is so tanky with that Taric passive. The shards give him additional armor unless he uses it to use that armor penetration.
Yes, and here we go. An engage coming from Flash is being forced out. Cyclone hits all those minions. Great flash timing coming from Ruin, avoiding that Cyclone. All those really knock up CCs coming from both Aatrox and that Wukong. Batum is quite hesitating for a while to recall there. And here we go. Link is there for the counter gank. And there are after that Nids, though. It is a 1 versus 1 right now. And it is a double kill coming from Pacific Esports.
That was a missed resonating strike. Resonating strike coming in from Link. If he hit that, it would have been a very fast kill onto Nids, but they force a lot of flash from Ruin and Link there. Sorry, Link there.
Yes.
And that just gave B-Tomb the ample amount of time to be able to get that double kill for himself, and that was in favor of Pacific.
Yes, it was a great call to hesitate on that recall. There was actually no wards to see if Link was there for a counter.
Yeah, it's always good naman to have that pink ward. If you have the, let's say, budget to buy it and then put it on a brush that you can defend easily, why not? It gives you that infinite amount of vision bago nila basagin ng enemy team. So yeah, it's really good to have something like that.
It saves your life, it saves your allies' life.
And gives you the time for your jungler to gank.
Yes.
Like you see before with
knowing that he's around the area of some sort. Now we will see 11 minutes into the game, we have a 2-for-2 kill score on the board. Not actually any significant leads for both teams. They are performing equally well so far.
Actually, right now you can see that Oni already has that Morellonomicon. So Betrayal Zone did buy a second Doran's ring, so he might go back to base and possibly be able to buy the Morellonomicon. Oh, not yet, I believe.
Not yet. So he opted for that double Doran's ring.
Wait, I'm not entirely sure how. Oh, there we go.
There's the Morellonomicon.
2,300 na pala yung ano niya, yung gold cost.
Beautiful monsoon just to save that sync.
Oh, wow!
Opposite direction though. Here we go. Tarek is all alone. It is an AD carry for AD carry so far. As Starte running for his life right here, and nothing will follow through.
But in my opinion, that was in favor of Pacific Esports.
Yes.
J2 Esports Betrayal used a 3-man gank, let's say a 3-man aggression onto Pacific Esports, and then Luxuria still got that fade away. What's that Q again?
Caliber?
No, the Q.
The Q.
Built over Peacemaker.
Yes,
there we go.
Built over Peacemaker.
Just a little bit of a mind lag.
Yes, that happens. Also, here we go. 2 of Pacific Esports are just trying to do damage onto that tower, ignoring Aurelia.
But Aurelia is having none of it.
Yes. Now a Phage and a Sheen, almost one more item for her and she might get the Triforce. They're waiting patiently on this rush.
She only needs, I believe, around 1,100 more, or around that much gold to be able to buy that Triforce.
Oh, there we go. So obviously though, they are a little bit of action here and there, but then again, J2 Esports Betrayal has that first dragon.
Ooh, was he able to put that into the brush? No, he wasn't
able
to.
So
a little bit of a bad warding there coming in from Hack. And you can see at start is just bullying him out of the lane.
Yep, dazzle, here we go. Oni there is coming for that assassination kill. Is she low enough? Hack uses a heal there. Very beautiful Howling Gale. She won't die, but Oni is looking for more. On auto attack is not it, but he is in trouble right here. Cyclone onto that sink, and now she manages to finish the kill. Only Hack left. 4 members rather. Yeah, 4 members here from Pacific Esports are there. Meanwhile, while that was happening, they managed to eliminate Pacific Esports Nids at the top lane. So it was a 2-for-1 exchange all over the map. It is definitely in favor though for Pacific Esports.
Yes, I think it would be in favor of Pacific Esports in the term that only got the kill, and they got the bottom turret. Also, while that was happening, Ruin got the kill onto Nids yet again. So, that was Link. My bad.
Yes.
But still, getting that Irelia farmed at the top lane is a very, let's say, optimal choice for Betrayal, just because Irelia is a really strong champion. You can see right now that here is the replay. So you can see right now that Oni will try to do a little bit of aggression on to Hack, but then he does put a little bit. He is overextended, but then he's distortions over the wall, and here comes Batum with the knockup, and then he backs it, and then wow, he puts the damage onto Sync, gets the kill onto Sync, and then Hack is nowhere to get away from this because there's 4-man gank onto him by Pacific Esports, and then there you go. There's the kill onto by Luxuria.
Yes, really well played there, but also great move to J2 Esports Betrayal, knowing that 4 members of the team are there at the bottom side. They went very aggressive towards Nids from Pacific Esports, so they really want to make sure that they get something out of what the other team has been getting from them. So
yeah, so ano nangyayari dyan? For example, you can see that J2 Esports knows that their strength is in the top lane with Ruin on that Irelia, so why not give him the kills? Why not give him the assistance that he needs and then snowball from that? And then for Pacific sa bottom naman.
So now they lose 1 member from Pacific Esports. Dragon is in control by Betrayal right here. Second Dragon once again coming in for Betrayal, and very scary position from Astarte. Good thing he managed to get away safely, but 3 members are collapsing onto this bottom lane, while we see here that Oriana and the 2 mid laners are right there.
Alright, so Pacific does have that slight gold lead against J2 Betrayal, but J2 Betrayal got those 2 dragon buffs. And the second dragon buff is really good just because...
Oh, what happened there? We see a beautiful monsoon just to save Link's life, but that was a very, very risky rocket jump coming in from Sync, knowing that he has a really little life left. Very over-aggressive over the tower dive. Perhaps he was relying onto that reset, you know, jump in, kill, and then jump back out.
Yeah,
but
also
it didn't happen.
I think he was hoping to get that shield from
Janna.
Of course, Link and then Janna to try and survive and then jump in out like you said.
But I guess...
Wasn't able to because the serious damage is real.
Yes, well, he jumped in and died. Yes.
And while that was happening, you can see that now that Sync will get his static shiv. So even though it's not it's a team fight presence build, also faster clears, of course, with that lightning getting in those 100 magic damage, I believe, onto the creeps.
Yes.
So that's gonna give him a bit more better farm in the lanes, and then we can see it now that for Lusteria gets that Infinity Edge already, so the damage spike is a little bit there now for Caitlyn.
Yes, with that, with the IE and first item for Tristana, I was hoping, I was expecting rather that she'd go for the IE, but a static shiv first.
Well, actually, with the 131 in the stats.
Oh yeah, 131.
Yeah, so she needs an item that she could use immediately. Kasi they know that Pacific Esports already has that very aggressive playstyle, so they need to counter it out with a little bit of aggressive playstyle from themselves. Then
yes, Tristana needs to catch up with that gold, especially with that Avarice Blade. I mean passive from that static shiv. It still does have that, right?
Yes.
There we go. So there. Nothing will happen much.
Alright, so for itemizations, we could see right now that Oni already has that Morelnomicon and Needless Large Shot. As for Zone, does have that Morelnomicon and Sorcerer Shoes. So Zone already has the damage spike that the Morelnomicon can give. Also, Shockwave is a very...
really good rotation coming in here from Pacific Esports. I mean, J2 Betrayal rather. Very low Pacific Esports. They are running for their lives. The resets are there. Sync is jumping here and there, hoppity hop hop for Sync, and he gets a quadra kill. Really great play there coming in from Betrayal.
I'm not sure why Nids tried to teleport into the tower.
Yes, a very, very low tower. Low health tower rather. It was just awkward.
Wipeout. That was a 4v5. And you can see right now here, you can see right now that J2 will be able to get that mid-tier 1 and then the immediate burst onto Oni, and then the 3-man Shockwave gets them immediately, and then the knockup, the follow-up is there from J2, and here comes Sync with the rocket jump to Tristana, getting the last hits, and there it goes, there's the triple kill, there's another rocket jump onto Oni, and then that story has been told. Quadra kill goes to Sync.
Really great. No, so nakakabawi na siya 5-3-1 as we said earlier, and now he has that IE.
Alright, so before he didn't have the budget for the IE, now he's a rich man.
From one clash because of that quadra kill. Da-da-dum.
Yeah. Alright, you can see right now that the Baron is now up. Yes, it will be.
But it is heavily warded.
Also, you can't get the Baron 20 minutes in if you have an aggressive enemy team.
Yes,
right behind you.
Yes, it is somewhat centered around flash for flash. It is deja vu like from early game, but the burst from their ignite will go onto Oni, hoping that the turret will actually get a revenge kill from it. But nope, it is just not enough.
Respect the assassination power of that LeBlanc. You can see right there that, like I said before, the deja vu moment by Astarte flashing in and then Zone flashing out. But Oni does have his kit already active with the Deathfire Grass, more amplified damage, and the damage was just there.
Yep. So really great play coming in from Pacific Esports. They have the kill for that Orianna, and also they also have that mid lane turret. So it is a 3-for-3 scoreboard onto the turret. Turret destruction kill.
I thought Ruin was going to be able to see B2 in the top lane farming, getting that Gromp. Yeah, you see right there that B2 was reacting a little bit. He was getting out of the way.
Because there was a pink ward.
Oh yeah, but then Ruin just started farming that top lane.
Yes, it's really risky because as GS Amplifier said from the previous games with great warding. Oh wait, that was different. I said that comes in great responsibility, knowing that you have vision. But if you tend to be go over aggressive on that, baka mamaya meron palang follow up.
Yeah.
Diba? Mag-isa ka lang dun sa top lane. No one is there to respond if ever meron backup itong si Link. So great call, so farm na lang.
4-man push by J2 Betrayal, and they got that bot tier 1 without any contestation from Pacific Esports.
Really great rotations coming from J2 Esports Betrayal, knowing that the dragon will spawn in a while, and then hitting and destroying that turret, bottom lane turret. They have more map control, and very vulnerable itong Pacific Esports if they do try to contest this one, because they are they're in position. They have the vision advantage, but both teleports are up for both top laners though, so they can join in anytime there is a clash right there. Teleport is being used, but here Betrayal, I was expecting for Betrayal to be the first ones there in the pit, but what you will do see a steal coming from Link. He will die, and Monsoon will relocate all those members. 2-man shockwave right there. Betrayal Zone has eliminated the AD carry of Pacific Esports. Now it's a 2 versus 3 so far, and here we go.
What a beautiful ultimate Monsoon by Hack.
Yes. Oh, the fight is not over. It's shut down onto Ward 6. She is looking for her Deathfire Grasp onto Hack. Beautiful Howling Gale to there. She wants some more. She wants to kill. She wants that assassination. But it's an ace.
Alright. Here comes the instant replay. Alright, you can see right now that Link was able to get the steal onto that, and then here's the follow-up by Pacific Esports. There's a beautiful Monsoon by Hack splitting the team of Pacific, and then the backline is just getting hammered down by Sync, and look, he's just cleaning up and not taking any damage already. And then you can see that Nids, Astarte, and the members of Pacific Esports weren't able to do anything because they were pinned against the wall of the Dragon Pit.
And also, you have to commend the very beautiful timing, the very beautiful steal coming in from Link.
Oh yes, very beautiful, sexy steal.
Sexy.
Smexy steal. The blind man doesn't need to see.
Yes, he has.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so again, that was a very amazing steal onto the dragon, and then that, I believe...
That's a third dragon for them.
Yeah, and also an ace.
Yes,
for J2 Betrayal. So J2 Betrayal is really stepping up their game right now.
Winning team fights, winning objectives as well with their rotations. Isa lang naman lang yung lamang ng turret kills naman yung...
Yeah.
But you have to fear that third dragon.
Alright, what you can see right now that Pacific Esports can try to do to counter out J2 Betrayal's aggression and of course teamfight prowess is to use Oni as that pick-off champion that he is. I guess with the Morellonomical and the Deathfire Grass, he does have some sort of damage, but they should try and just use him for, like I've said, pick-off compensation. Kasi nalulugi sila sa teamfights like what you see right now.
Yes, they concentrated too much on Astarte, but that doesn't matter here. Nids overcommitting onto Zone here. Rampage Zone is right there. Betrayal. Luxuria though being caught out of position right there. Nasa pinakadulo ng team. They were very separated itong Pacific Esports at around that time. Maganda na sana eh. They concentrated everything on Astarte nung una.
Yes.
But they turned it around kahit ganun yung nangyari because they had the position advantage. They were very separated itong Pacific.
Yeah, also kahit naman sabihin natin na nagkamali sila ng onti sa clash, they could use, like we've said before, the Peel Queen Janna to reposition their team, and they use that beautifully, and then of course you can see that Stink already has an IE and static shiv, and yeah,
probably going for that
Bloodthirster.
Yes,
And like you can see right now, he has a 1,000 gold lead compared to Luxuria, and he got a lot of free hits. Yun kasi yan eh. That's about it. If you're the ADR, get those free hits, win the clash. And that's what is happening right now with J2 Betrayal.
Yes, they're really good with the objectives. Itong J2 Esports Betrayal. They're getting the dragons, they're getting the turrets, they're winning the team fights. It looks like Pacific Esports will have to change strategies here so that they will be able to take advantage of their team composition. The Dazzle isn't working so much as expected. Razzle dazzle. So it only worked right here. They don't see it. There's no ward burst coming onto Link. The SS going onto Janna as well.
The safeguard keeps him safe.
Yep, the safeguard keeps him safe. So nothing much will happen there. Bait sana, bait. Yeah.
Also, you can see right now who has the better, let's say, map control. If you're seeing that the enemy team is warding your own jungle and not warding their own, and you're forced to ward your own jungle, that means that they have that map control, and J2 Betrayal is just capitalizing in from this. You're seeing that they're stealing every minions, monster camps in the jungle if they can, and just make Pacific Esports play this defensively. You can see that Luxuria is just trying to get this red Rumble back, and look at that, he's just playing really cautious. He's staying in the back line of that red side brush, and whoa!
Very close. Exhaust will drop onto that Oni, but here, very aggressive. Gosh. The burst is right there. Zone manages to eliminate that mid laner Oni from LeBlanc. That was very aggressive, very risky, and he suffered for that mistake.
The shields from Hack and Zone were enough to counter out Oni's burst damage. So,
he didn't even use the monsoon yet. So wow, Cyclone misses once again. Really good dodging skills coming here from J2 Esports Betrayal, and now they are rotating towards this second tier bottom lane turret. And Irelia is just right up top, pressuring and just damaging the turret right there. Dazzle, here we go. Link safeguards to safety once again, and they're not defending this at all.
Top lane is getting free hitted by Ruin. And while that was happening, the split push by the other members of J2 Betrayal, and then the dragon yet again. This will be, I believe, the 4th dragon for J2 Betrayal.
Yes, Pacific Esports is having a hard time knowing that J2 Esports Betrayal has that very advantageous map control. They're winning team fights. They're settling on those objectives. Really good rotations as well. They have that significant lead, that obvious lead, that they don't want to take the risk. And especially we are expecting Oni to pick someone off before they enter a team fight. That's what they were aiming for. But being too aggressive and out of position,
and also it's really making it hard for Oni to try and get those picks, because who is he going to go for? Ruin, who's the Irelia with a Spirit Visage and Mercury Treads, Link
with the
Banshees and Mercury Treads, and Zone, who has a Zonia's the shield from his command
Command Protect,
thank you.
Yes.
Or you can see Sync, who has heal, who has Hack to give him the shield, also has the rocket jump to try and get away from the burst. So it's really making it hard for the pick-off composition of Pacific Esports to truly shine against a counter-engage and engage composition of J2 Esports Betrayal.
Yes, especially they are somewhat built around this Justana. Tapos umaakyat sila slowly sa late game so mas lalo pa tong lalakas. Hindi pa ito yung parang prime ng Betrayal. So, I'm really worried here for Pacific Esports on how they can counter all the strikes. Ito na nga yung sinasabi natin. They're trying to do a pick-off before they enter into the team fight. But here we go. Link, dragging him into that Astarte. Astarte once again taking the damage. Cycle onto 3 people, but the follow-up is not right there. Here we go. Nids there around those people. Kanya-kanya silang laban. They have their different focus here. Sync, though, is taking free hits onto them. But never mind. Betrayal having that advantage. Kahit that was a messy fight. They have different focus. Alam nila na they need to eliminate Tristana. Alam nila they have to eliminate Zone. But they were really out of position, and alam mo yung sinasabi natin, they have to make it a 4v5 before they enter into a team fight.
Yes, and also there was a very good engage by Pacific Esports, but They only got that CC and then whoa, their inhibitor respawn is real.
Yes.
Alright,
Wow,
so
the timing.
yeah, they got the engage, but then they don't have the damage to back it up. Yun yung nangyayari.
Yes. So
And what happened there is Sync, being that little Tristana, was able to climb up kahit man napakaliit niya to get that into that late game.
Yes, true. So hyper carry Tristana right there. 30 minute game rather. 11 to 26 kills score on the board, and congratulations to Betrayal for winning that match 1, game 1 for tonight.
It was actually a back and forth game in the early stages. Yes, you could see that Oni was getting a lot of kills in the mid lane, and you could see that also Luxuria was actually winning that 2v2 in the bot lane with Astarte, but then nag-spill over yung composition ng J2 Betrayal against them.
Nag-grouping na sila with the rotations dun sa mid lane. Nagkaroon ng quadra kill itong si Sync, and that's how they managed to get the advantage. Really great positioning coming from Betrayal. So this is a best of 2 for the Pro Gaming series.
Yes, very true.
So best out of 2. Next game will be again Pacific Esports versus Betrayal
in the game of 2.
Game of 2.
After that, guys, also sorry.
Yeah, watch and win. Watch and win, guys. So don't go away. Abangan nyo yan. Pay attention to the fights dahil ang question baka mamaya dun galing.
Sa game 1.
Yeah, sa game 1 or game 2. We don't know. You'll just have to find out later. So stick around and don't go away.